Hi, I'm Amanda Seifert. I'm a kindergarten teacher here in Beloit, Kansas. At Beloit Elementary School. I've been teaching kindergarten for 6 years and have been at Beloit Elementary for 11. The biggest thing that I am involved with outside of my classroom at the elementary school is I am one of 4 district-wide trainers for our behavior model in Beloit. We have implemented the Boys Town behavior model 4 years ago, and I did some training and am now on a team of 4. And we've trained the elementary school and the high school in the Boys Town behavior model. And then each summer I am involved in training all new staff that are hired on for either school in a 2-day training. Outside of that, my time is taken up. We have 5 children. My husband is the principal at the high school and coaches track and football, so we're a lot of activities all the time. Our oldest is 15. Then we have a 12-year-old, so we have a freshman and a 7th grader next year, so really busy with double sports. We've got a 6-year-old and then 4-year-old twins who will be starting preschool. So everybody's going to be in school this year, so it's extra busy around here. The most influential person in my life would be my mom. My parents were divorced when I was in 1st grade, so my mom had us all by herself for quite some time. She didn't remarry until I was in junior high. Through that time, just being a parent now, I realize how hard it is. And if my husband's gone, I at least know he's coming home, and how hard that is to try to do on your own. And my mom did it for us. She worked very hard. She, in fact, last week just retired from 31 years at her job, so I'm very proud of her. In that time, she taught us how important it is to be honest and truthful and to work. The thing that I most take away from my mom, and I feel like I try to instill in my children, she was always talking about being nice. Just be kind, and you see that everywhere now. Be kind, be nice. Treat others how you want to be treated. And so that's the thing I think I've taken away from my mom and feel like I am instilling in my own children and try to instill in my classroom every day. The personality test came back that I scored the 2 highest were in agreeableness and extroversion. Agreeableness I definitely would agree with. I try to be optimistic and friendly, try to stay that way, stay positive. I work with a fantastic group of teachers who really help me with that. We all work together very well, so that makes for a really nice working environment. I feel like I'm easy to approach and ask questions, whether adults or children, and I do feel like I'm a little bit of a people pleaser, so in my mind that can be kind of a negative thing because I don't always know when to say no. The extroversion really surprised me. As I look back at myself growing up, I really see myself as more of an introvert unless I'm with my very secure group of friends, and then I can have fun and go out of my way. But I feel like since I am kind of an approachable person, that maybe that's where the extroversion comes from. As I mentioned, or as I saw on my personality test, my lowest score was emotional stability. I chalked that up to my 5 kids and end of the year stress. So we all know how that goes. The 2 theories that I chose that I feel most represent me are the authentic theory and the servant theory. I feel like a lot of their characteristics kind of crossed over. Both of these theories have high regard for relationships with people, and I do too. I feel like the most important thing in my classroom is to build those relationships with children, and I feel like that's why I really like our Boys Town model, because it really strives on bettering behavior by bettering your relationships with your students. And I feel like I've written again in some of my papers already that I feel like a student learns so much better when they trust you, they know they're cared for by you, and that they will just open up to you and be able to learn from you better. I'm aware of my strengths and my weaknesses, and those theories both kind of referred to that. I'm not afraid to ask for help when I need it and go find the answers when I don't know. And I really strive to help my students be the best that they can be. This year was a tough year in kindergarten, and we had to work really hard to stay positive, but I feel like we made some big gains, and I feel like the thing that got us through, us as my students and I, was the relationships and the bonds that we had each other, because no matter how bad of a student a day might have had, I feel like we could come out on top at the end. So I have enjoyed listening to you all, and I can't wait to see what this class brings.